What's up, everybody? Welcome to 165 Entertainment. My name is Looby, and I'm here to give a quick review of the new DC animated feature, Batman and Harley Quinn. It actually comes out on digital on the 15th. I got to see an advanced screening of it in theaters today. It comes out on Blu-ray on the 29th, I believe. So basically, this story follows Harley Quinn, and she's kind of living a post-Joker life. She's trying to go straight. She's working at a waitress somewhere. And what happens is she gets pulled back into kind of a superhero-ish business by Batman and Nightwing. And their mission currently is to track down Poison Ivy and this sort of wannabe creature that's kind of like Swamp Thing, but it's from a different dimension. And those two, what their plan is, they're working on this formula that will supposedly, it will reforest the entire planet. And in conjunction with that, it's supposed to turn all living creatures into these sort of plant-human hybrids. So while these two villains are trying to synthesize this formula with this one scientist, Batman and Nightwing, their plan is to use Harley Quinn to try and convince Poison Ivy to abandon this plan, maybe even sabotage it, because they figure Batman and Nightwing, if they go charging in on these two, it's just going to provoke Poison Ivy to continue with their plan. So they're going to use Harley and Poison Ivy's friendship, which, as we know, is it's pretty canon that those two have always been really close. So about this movie, I really enjoyed this movie. It was a lot of fun, and they definitely give Harley Quinn the center stage. She gets a lot of great dialogue, a lot of great jokes. The movie overall, there's a little bit of fat that they probably could have trimmed. There's a couple of musical numbers that maybe get stretched out a little bit too long, but it's nothing that really takes away from the overall film. The way they use Batman in this movie is it's a little bit predictable. First of all, it's Batman's voiced by Kevin Conroy, who again he just knocks it out of the park as usual. But the way they use him in this film, it's almost a little bit repetitious. The way they use it works, but they use so much. So basically, it's always Batman, talking about and proving how he's more or less, he's smarter than everyone else. He's stronger than pretty much everyone else. And anytime someone tries to crack a joke or kind of hints at any kind of humor, he looks at the character, kind of scowls at him, and the audience gets a laugh out of it. It's really good. But that's ultimately all he does. One of the highlights of this movie is the relationship between Nightwing and Harley Quinn, because Nightwing, he really sees, the humanity that's still in Harley, the one, because it shines through more in this movie than really ever before, at least ever that we've seen in animation. And they get a couple of really nice moments together. Those are probably all my positives about the movie. My negatives, there aren't really many negatives. Like I said, there's a little bit of fat they could trim with the musical numbers, but also the ending. I hated the ending. The ending is stupid. It's cheap. It's kind of a cop out, and it's because this was done in the style of kind of like the animated series, and there's a little bit of camp thrown in, especially at the end, but it's just nothing really gets resolved, or at least you don't see it get resolved. So the movie just kind of ends. You more or less, like, they basically just flat out tell you this is the end, the good guys win, and that's it. You don't really see how it happens. The click moment of, oh, this is what we should do, is stupid. It's all it didn't really make, the movie's about an hour 20 or so. It didn't make the prior, the entire movie, it didn't make the movie feel like a waste, but it just feels like they wrote themselves into a corner. They didn't know how to get out, so they said, let's do this goofy thing and then call it a day. And it just, that bothered me a little bit, and it's gonna drop my score of this movie. I think I'm going to give it. I'll give it like an 8.2 out of 10. A lot of fun, some great fight sequences, some really good dialogue, some nice moments between Nightwing and Harley Quinn, some really funny moments with Batman. But again, that ending was it was awful. It was so bad. But it's worth a watch. Again, it comes out on digital tomorrow, so it should be available for rent on iTunes or whatever streaming service that you use. So definitely give it a watch, and let me know in the comments of this video whether or not you agree with what I had to say. That's going to be it for now. So please subscribe to our channel, 165 Entertainment. Check us out on Twitch. We started doing streaming about once a week. Subscribe, comment, like all our videos, tell your friends, and that's all I got.